You've seen the burnouts, the engine swaps, and the big reveals, but behind the garage doors lives a secret stash of cars that Richard Rawlings never let the cameras touch until now. Hidden away from fans, these rare machines have been locked in his personal vault. Let's dive into the unseen side of his car empire, where the real treasures are hiding. Number 28, 1986, Rolls-Royce Corniche Convertible. One of Richard Rawlings's most treasured items, the 1986 Rolls-Royce Corniche Convertible represents the height of luxury. This high-end vehicle showcases the exceptional engineering of Rolls-Royce, equipped with a powerful 6.75-liter V8 engine that produces 220 horsepower and 398 lb-ft of torque. Its classic design is highlighted by a convertible top, making it ideal for enjoying the open air while driving. The interior of the car is just as stunning as the outside, featuring hand-stitched leather seats, a walnut veneer dashboard, and a top-notch audio system. This next classic holds more than horsepower, it holds a personal story. Let's unravel it. Number 27, 1989, Lamborghini Countach, 25th Anniversary Edition. One standout car in Rawlings' collection is his 1989 Lamborghini Countach 25th Anniversary Edition. This vehicle is a genuine symbol of the 1980s and ranks among the most iconic Lamborghini models ever produced. Rawlings' Countach comes in a sleek black finish and showcases the famous scissor doors that contributed to its legendary status. Under the hood, it boasts a 5.2-liter V12 engine that generates 455 horsepower, allowing it to sprint from 0 to 60 mph in just 4.7 seconds, reaching a maximum speed of 183 mph. The Lamborghini Countach remains one of the most sought-after cars globally. Number 26, 1968 Ford Shelby Mustang. The car that Richard Rawlings is most known for is his 1968 Shelby Mustang. This car was specially made for the film, The Thomas Crown Affair, where the characters played by Pierce Brosnan and Rene Russo drove it from the airport to a stylish little house in the Caribbean. Once the filming wrapped up, the car was put on the market. Rawlings decided to buy the Mustang because it was super cool, but he has since restored and modified it to suit his preferences. Fortunately, he kept the doors welded just like they were in the movie, but he also added tougher tires to give it a more rugged appearance. The 1968 Shelby Mustang is definitely one of the coolest cars in Richard Rawlings' collection. Number 25, 2021 Ram TRX. Besides being a fan of American muscle cars, Rawlings has a real passion for pickups. He appreciates them not just for their ability to carry heavy loads and tow trailers effortlessly, but also for the insane power they can generate when modified. In 2021, Rawlings got his hands on one of the latest Ram TRX pickups. This truck is the fastest and most powerful production ICE pickup available, boasting an impressive 702 horsepower from its Hellcat V8 engine. Since it hit the market, Ford has also entered the scene with their F-150 Raptor R, which delivers 700 horsepower from its similarly supercharged V8. Every collector has a favorite, and this might just be Rawlings. Let's find out what makes the next car on the list stand out. Number 24, 1984 Lamborghini Countach Turbo S Sports. Since Rawlings is a huge car fan and lives in the US, he was definitely going to try for the Cannonball title. He and his buddy, Dennis Collins, attempted to break the record for the run from New York to Los Angeles. They managed to clock in just under 32 hours in a Ferrari 550, but whether it was legit became a hot topic. So, when he got the chance to buy a Lamborghini Countach, the same model featured in Cannonball Run, Rawlings jumped at it. Now, he proudly owns a 25th Anniversary Edition, painted black, just like in the film. Number 23, 1967 Pontiac GTOS. During the Fast and Loud series, Rawlings and his team discovered some really incredible cars. Among them were the twin Firebirds. These vehicles were found in a shed on a property, and when the VINs were checked, they turned out to be Firebird number 1 and number 2 from 1967, a huge discovery for any car lover or amateur barn find enthusiast. Firebird 1 was red with a matching red interior, a 326 Qui V8 engine, and an automatic transmission, while Firebird 2 was silver with a black interior, equipped with the high-output version of the 326 QI engine, and had a 4-speed manual transmission. Rawlings had them restored and attempted to sell them, but none of the bids reached the reserve price, so he decided to keep them for a while. Number 22, 1965, Ford Mustang 2 Plus 2 Fastback. Another classic piece of American muscle in Richard's collection is the 2+2 Fastback. While it may not be the oldest car in his lineup, it definitely holds a special place. He once had a terrifying experience when a carjacker attempted to steal his 1965 Ford Mustang 2+2 Fastback. Fortunately, he lived to share his story. We can't emphasize enough how iconic the car's exterior looks, even from a distance. The 3 vertically arranged taillights on each side of the vehicle add to its charm, making this classic car evoke a sense of excitement and joy. Next on the list is not loud, it's not flashy, but it's one of the rarest he owns. Let's uncover the truth behind it. Number 21, the Mercury Comet. Many people from outside the U.S. might not know about the Mercury Comet. It means a lot to Richard because his first car back in the 80s was a Mercury Comet 2. Even though he couldn't find the exact same car, he discovered this almost perfect replica of the one he cherished so much years ago. One can picture how excited he was to get this car since he allowed the Gas Monkey crew 3 weeks to restore this piece of American history. Number 20, 1970 Dodge Challenger. The Dodge Challenger has made a significant mark in pop culture, especially due to the hugely popular Fast and Furious series. This particular first-generation Challenger has been upgraded with a modern Hellcat supercharged engine, boosting its power to an impressive 707 horsepower. But it's not just the engine that's been updated in this beast. Richard and his team have also enhanced the radiator, transmission, brakes, and coilovers. The blend of modern performance with a classic appearance in this iconic design works perfectly together. It was all black. Number 19, 1951 Fordillac. One of the standout vehicles in Rawlings's collection is a 1951 Ford. What makes it so special is that during its production, the flathead engine wasn't very powerful. Because of this, hot rodders often swapped the engine and transmission for those from a Cadillac to enhance speed and driving enjoyment. What's really cool about Rawlings' Fordillac is that it was made by Ford right near his garage. After that, it got its Fordillac upgrades at a local shop and has stayed in that same small area for its entire life, which makes it an incredible car. He also restored it to almost brand new and has a lot of great memories tied to it. It's likely he'll never part with it. Hidden from the spotlight, this legend tells a different story. The best car on the Lind will blow your mind. Let's unravel it together. Number 18, 1986 Rolls-Royce Corniche Convertible. One of the more calm cars in the collection is a 1986 Rolls-Royce Corniche Convertible. Rawlings kept it mostly original, except for some necessary repairs, and it proudly stands alongside classic 1930s Fords, 1960s Pontiacs, and the modern Challenger. The reason Rawlings owns the Corniche is that he saw a photo of one back in school and thought it would be cool to have one someday. Well, his dream came true, and now it serves as his relaxing ride among the burnout and donut machines. Number 17, Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 2018. Since Rawlings' car show on the Discovery Channel wrapped up, he's been branching out and making new connections. One of these connections is with the car manufacturer, Dodge. He's always been a fan of their cars and even purchased an early 2015 Challenger Hellcat when it first came out. Through his interactions with Dodge, he managed to get leftover parts from the Dodge Challenger Demon, allowing him to assemble a whole Demon using those pieces. Although the car is built, it can never be street legal because it lacks a VIN, but it's definitely ready for racing, which is probably its future. There's something really awesome about having a fully assembled car made from different parts that technically don't exist. Number 16, Zimmer Quicksilver. One of the most fascinating cars to be part of his or any collection, is the Zimmer Quicksilver. This car was produced as an aftermarket model from 1984 to 1988, using the Pontiac Fiero mid-engine sports car as its foundation. Zimmer would take a Fiero straight from the production line and make extensive and costly modifications to transform it into something that looked entirely different from the original vehicle. It featured a completely redesigned front end that resembled a Cadillac from the 1970s and 1980s. Yet it remains a truly unique car ideal for any collection. The next car on the list is something raw and totally unexpected. Let's see what makes it unique. Number 15. Thomas Crown Affair Mustang. The Mustang that kicked off the Fast and Loud TV show, the Thomas Crown Affair Mustang, quickly became a symbol of Richard Rawlings' passion. Built from a donor vehicle, a flawless 1968 Mustang convertible, this replica from the movie has attracted a lot of attention from both film lovers and fans of Gas Monkey Garage. There were whispers that this car might appear in other, more action-packed films, but the off-road ready Mustang, with its large tires, flared fenders, roll bar, and spotlights, seems more suited for a Mad Max-style movie. In the end, the green beast of a Ford Mustang was featured in the Pierce Brosnan film The Thomas Crown Affair. Brosnan's character drives the Mustang through a quaint village in Martinique, and it has struck a chord with Mustang fans for being such a uniquely fascinating interpretation of the classic American muscle car. Number 14. 9081 Pontiac Firebird. In 1981, there was a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am featured in Hemmings. In the collection, there's an orange Pontiac Firebird that holds a special place in Rawlings' heart because it matches the exact specifications of the car he had when he graduated high school. Sadly, he couldn't track down the original car, so he decided to create one that met his personal preferences and has kept it ever since. The Firebird is considered one of the finest classic American muscle cars and definitely turns heads wherever it goes, especially with such a vibrant color. Rawlings has owned the Firebird for many years now, and he has no plans to sell it anytime soon. Number 13, 2015, Dodge Challenger Hellcat, Richard Rawlings' sleek black 2015. Dodge Challenger Hellcat is truly a powerhouse of a sports car. This incredible vehicle features a 6.2-liter V8 engine that delivers an impressive 707 horsepower and 650 lb-ft of torque. The Challenger Hellcat can go from 0 to 60 mph in just 3.7 seconds and reaches a top speed of 199 mph according to Car and Driver. Its stylish design, wide-body kit, and black racing stripes make it stand out on the road. Some legends never fade. The next car on the list proves it. Let's unravel what makes it timeless. Number 12, 1986 Rolls-Royce Corniche Convertible. One of Richard Rawlings' most treasured cars, the 1986 Rolls-Royce Corniche Convertible represents the height of luxury. This exquisite vehicle showcases the engineering excellence of Rolls-Royce, boasting a powerful 6.75-liter V8 engine that delivers 222 horsepower. Its classic design is highlighted by a convertible top, making it ideal for enjoying the open air while driving. The interior is just as remarkable as the outside, featuring handcrafted leather seats, a walnut veneer dashboard, and a top-notch audio system. Number 11. 1936 Packard Twin 6. A highlight of Rawlings' collection is his 1936 Packard Twin 6, appraised at $417,500 according to Complex. This vehicle is a true classic, showcasing its sophisticated design and remarkable performance. The Packard Twin 6 was a luxury automobile made in the 1930s, and Rawlings' model has been carefully restored to its original state. With its V12 engine and smooth handling, it's easy to see why this car is one of Rawlings' favorites. Number 10, 1952 Chevrolet Fleetline. Back in the day, white-walled tires were super popular, and the 52 Fleetline is an awesome addition to any car collection, adding a touch of retro flair. This was the first car that Richard Rawlings and the Gas Monkey Garage team built together, and naturally, Richard decided to keep it. When they started working on this Fleetline, it was in pretty bad shape. Rust was everywhere, which isn't surprising considering it's over 60 years old. The next car on the list was built for the road, and it's worth a second look. Let's see what makes it unique. Number 9. 1998 Chevrolet Crew Cab Dually. This might just be the wildest car in Richard's collection. With a 496 V8 engine, it packs a serious punch. Technically, it's classified as a truck, having been named one of the top 10 trucks of all time by Truckin' Magazine. One won't have to worry about speed bumps in this roadster because it features a hydraulic suspension system that you can control from the built-in iPad on the dashboard. The seating arrangement is quite interesting, with 4 bucket seats and a bench, all covered in leather for a comfy ride with your friends. Number 8. 1932 Ford Roadster. As you might imagine from a car from the 1930s, it brings back memories of a time long ago when gangsters were in charge of New York streets. One aspect that takes you back to that period is the hot rod culture. People began to modify their own cars, aiming to increase their speed. Now take a look at Richard Rawlings' Ford Roadster, which features a rather beige interior that seems perfect for a mob boss. Peeking under the hood, you'll find its flathead V8 engine paired with 3 Stromberg 97 carburetors. If you thought those were the only upgrades on this hot rod, think again. Dot. This next car on the list is what Rawlings calls the crown jewel of his collection. Let's see what makes it so special. Number 7. Jeep CJ7 Veteran Build. The 1981 CJ7. Jeep, featured on Fast and Loud, was a significant project designed specifically to pay tribute to veterans. Drawing inspiration from the Super Jeeps of the 1970s, Gas Monkey Garage's creation reflected the spirit of those vehicles by incorporating an American flag paint scheme. The rest of the build maintained classic Jeep elements, including chrome wheels, large off-road mud-terrain BF Goodrich tires, and a refreshed replica CJ interior. The engine was a revitalized yet original 4.2-liter inline-6. Richard Rawlings aimed for the vehicle to have a nearly stock appearance, but with the unique flair that Gas Monkey Garage is famous for. The Jeep was later sold at the Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction, raising $1.3 million for charity, benefiting the Gary Sinise Foundation. Number 6. Ferrari F40. The Ferrari F40 is as exotic as it gets. As one of the most coveted supercars from the 1980s, Ferrari is recognized worldwide largely because of this single model. This specific F40 had a very troubled past, starting off as a wrecked vehicle, but GMG brought the old Ferrari F40 back to life, transforming it into one of the most desired builds ever. Some may consider it sacrilege, but the modified F40 turned out to be a favorite among Fast and Loud viewers. After being auctioned, the car was bought by Reggie Jackson, who kept it for a while before selling it to a shady parking lot operator. Eventually, the car was confiscated and put up for auction again, where a new owner acquired the legendary F40. Hidden from the spotlight, the next car on the list tells a different story. Let's unravel it together. Number 5. Hey Po Hauler. Another amazing Hot Wheels car created by the creative team at Gas Monkey Garage is the incredible Hi-Po Hauler. Technically, it's a 1963 Ford Econoline, but once the Hi-Po Hauler project was finished, it turned into something completely different from a regular Ford Econoline. This vehicle is a true chop and has transformed into a rear-engine beast with 700 horsepower. With only 10 weeks to complete the build as part of a challenge from Mattel, Rawlings and his crew really stepped up to the challenge. Dressed in a striking metallic orange and featuring a unique set of large chrome wheels, the Hi-Po Hauler is the second creation from Gas Monkey Garage to be turned into a Hot Wheels car, and it was even selected as a Red Line Club car. The Red Line Special Hot Wheels models are exclusive to members of a special club designed to give serious collectors access to unique release models. Number 4. 1966 Volkswagen Short Bus. Not every build has to be serious or super powerful. This is definitely true for the quirky yet lovable 1966 Volkswagen Microbus. The bus had been cut in half and then welded back together at the seams that were left. After taking out a big middle section, what remained was a super short wheelbase VW microbus that really lived up to its name. With a fresh coat of paint on the outside, new wheels, a new engine, and upgraded suspension, plus a custom interior, the short bus project ended up being one of the more fun builds featured on Fast and Loud. Number 3, 1971, Kingswood Ugly Kid. Playing into the questionable look of a green wagon from the 1970s with wood panels, Gas Monkey Garage aimed to transform this quirky family station wagon into a classic hot rod muscle car. Ultimately, the Ugly Kid Kingswood boasted impressive power with a 454 cubic inch supercharged engine protruding from the hood. In support of small businesses, Richard Rawlings decided to dedicate the car to the clothing brand Ugly Kid, which designs apparel for those who prioritize self-expression over appearances. Overall, this collaboration with Ugly Kid Clothing promotes a positive self-image while adding a touch of fun. Here's a car Rawlings never boasted about, but quietly kept in his inner circle. Let's uncover its secrets. Number 2, 1967, Raising Cane's Cadillac DeVille. The Cadillac of Gas Monkey Garage Cadillacs. The 1967 red Cadillac, featuring its rich, deep red paint and paint-matched Bonneville racer wheels, along with a stunning white interior for contrast, is one of the sleekest Cadillacs to emerge from Gas Monkey Garage. This Caddy sits low and wide, just like a classic Cadillac should. It has an amazing road presence, exuding elegance while also having a bit of attitude. Interestingly, Todd Graves, the CEO and founder of Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, became very interested in the car, which perfectly matched the red theme of his fast food brand. Graves bought the vehicle from Gas Monkey Garage for $150,000. Number 1, Hell Scout. When you swap the heart of a Scout with the powerful engine from a Hellcat, you end up with the Hell Scout. It's a fun yet clever concept that takes the simple 1979 International Scout and fits it with a brand new Hellcrate SRT crate engine. This brings serious power to a pretty basic SUV. But in true Gas Monkey Garage style, this isn't just any International Scout. The Hell Scout has a lowered ride height, a fully custom paint job on the outside, unique exterior features like the grille, and deep-dished Revo-forged wheels. The inside was also completely redone with new upholstery and some custom interior elements. It's a 707 horsepower International Scout done in a way that only Gas Monkey Garage could pull off.